Check out the key statistical analyses for today's games. For the goals market involving Sporting, our tip is over 2.5 goals. And why this bet? Simple. Sporting has consistently delivered high-scoring encounters, with this pattern holding true in 5 out of 5 recent valid matches. Let's break down some of those thrilling games. In a recent clash against Santa Clara, Sporting secured a 4-2 victory. That match saw a grand total of 6 goals, with 4 coming from Sporting and 2 from Santa Clara. Then, in an away fixture against Alverca, Sporting triumphed by 4-1, tallying 5 goals overall. Alverca netted 1, while Sporting found the back of the net 4 times. When Sporting hosted Bodo/Glimt, they delivered a dominant performance with a 5-0 win. Every single one of the 5 goals in that game came from the home side, even in a challenging away fixture against Bodo/Glimt, where Sporting lost 3-0. The match still produced 3 goals in total, all scored by Bodo/Glimt, keeping our pattern strong. And in a captivating draw against Braga, the final score was 2-2. That encounter added up to 4 goals, with 2 for each side. All these matches clearly demonstrate Sporting's strong tendency for high-scoring games, hitting the over 2.5 goals mark every single time. For the over 1.5 goals full-time market involving Sporting, our tip is over 1.5 goals full-time. And why this bet? Simple. Sporting has consistently hit this mark, with 4 out of their last 5 relevant matches successfully seeing them score more than 1 goal, boasting an 80% assertiveness rate on this pattern. Looking at recent performances, in a match against Santa Clara, Sporting secured a 4-2 victory, with Sporting scoring 4 goals. Against Alverca, the final score was 1-4, again with Sporting finding the net 4 times. Their clash with Bodo/Glimt saw Sporting dominate with a 5-0 win, scoring 5 goals in the process. However, in the return leg against Bodo/Glimt, the result was 3-0, and Sporting, unfortunately, did not score any goals in that specific encounter, but they quickly bounced back, as seen in their 2-2 draw against Braga, where Sporting once again scored 2 goals. For the total goals market involving Arsenal, our tip is for Arsenal to score at least 1 goal in the match. And why this bet? Simple. This pattern boasts an 80% hit rate, proving successful in 4 out of 5 valid games, consistently showing Arsenal's ability to find the back of the net. Looking at recent performances, in the clash against Southampton, the final score was 2-1, with Arsenal scoring 1 goal, resulting in a green outcome for our tip. In a match featuring Arsenal against Manchester City, the score was 0-2. Unfortunately, Arsenal failed to score any goals in that encounter, making it a red outcome. However, Arsenal bounced back, delivering a 2-0 victory against Leverkusen, where they netted 2 goals, another green result. Following that, in the game against Everton, Arsenal secured another 2-0 win, scoring 2 goals and hitting our target once more. Finally, in the match against Leverkusen, the score was 1-1, with Arsenal again finding the net with 1 goal, completing another successful green outcome. For the combined bet market involving Sporting and Arsenal, our tip is Sporting matches to have over 2.5 goals at full time, Sporting to score over 1.5 goals at full time, and Arsenal to score over half a goal at full time. And why this bet? Simple. The strategy is built on strong patterns. Sporting's games consistently trend towards high scores, with more than 2.5 goals being a regular occurrence. On top of that, Sporting themselves are highly effective in front of goal, frequently scoring over 1.5 goals per match. And for Arsenal, there is a high probability they will find the net at least once. This combination paints a clear picture of a high-scoring affair, with Sporting being a major contributor and Arsenal adding at least 1 goal to the mix. Our confidence level for this multiple bet is a strong 9 out of 10. For the over half a goal in the first half market involving Real Madrid, our tip is over half a goal in the first half. And why this bet? Simple. This pattern boasts an impressive 100% hit rate across 5 valid games, consistently delivering goals before the break. In the clash between Mallorca and Real Madrid, the halftime score was 1-0, with a single card issued to the home side. When Real Madrid faced Atletico Madrid, the score at the interval was 0-1, and just 1 card was shown to the visiting team. Against Manchester City, Real Madrid saw the score at halftime standing at 1-1, with 2 cards distributed, 1 for each side. In the match featuring Real Madrid and Elche, the score at the break was 2-0, with 2 cards awarded, both to the home team. Finally, in another encounter between Real Madrid and Manchester City, the halftime score was 3-0, and 3 cards were handed out. all to the home side. For the over 2.5 goals market, our tip is over 2.5. And why this bet? Simple. This pattern has shown a remarkable 100% hit rate across 5 valid games, consistently delivering high-scoring encounters, particularly when Real Madrid is involved. In a recent clash between Mallorca and Real Madrid, the final score was 2-1, with a total of 3 goals scored. Another game saw Real Madrid take on Atletico Madrid, ending 3-2, accumulating 5 goals. In a match featuring Manchester City and Real Madrid, the final tally was 1-2, for a total of 3 goals. When Real Madrid played Elche, the score finished 4-1, providing 5 goals overall. And in another game with Real Madrid against Manchester City, the score was 3-0, with 3 goals finding the back of the net. For the corners market involving Bayern, our tip is over 8.5 total corners. And why this bet? Simple. This pattern has shown an impressive 80% hit rate, coming through in 4 out of 5 valid games, indicating a strong tendency for high corner counts in their matches. Looking at recent performances in the clash between Freiburg and Bayern, which ended 2-3, we saw a total of 13 corners, with 5 for Freiburg and 8 for Bayern, easily clearing our line. Another game featuring Bayern, this time against Union Berlin, ended 4-0. That match also delivered 13 total corners, with 12 for Bayern and 1 for Union Berlin, once again surpassing the required amount. When Bayern faced Atalanta, the final score was 4-1, and the game registered 9 total corners, 6 for Bayern and 3 for Atalanta, hitting our target. The match between Leverkusen and Bayern, which finished 1-1, saw 5 total corners, 4 for Leverkusen and 1 for Bayern, falling short of our 8.5 line. However, in the return fixture with Atalanta, a high-scoring match ending 1-6, there were 9 total corners, with 2 for Atalanta and 7 for Bayern, proving successful again. For the multiple bet market involving Real Madrid and Bayern, our tip is over half a goal in the first half, combined with over 2.5 goals in the game, and over 8.5 corners in the game. And why this bet? Simple. The patterns identified demonstrate high consistency in recent Real Madrid and Bayern games. All of Real Madrid's last 5 matches have seen goals scored in the first half, and every one of their last 5 games has also produced over 2.5 goals in total. Shifting our focus to Bayern, in 4 of their last 5 outings, we've witnessed more than 8.5 corner kicks in total. This combination of highly consistent patterns offers an excellent success rate for this multiple bet.